Hi there, Stoplight TV fans. Welcome once again to another exciting episode of Stoplight TV. On today's show, we are going full speed ahead to witness the thrills inside the racetrack F3 style as we showcase the highlights of the Philippine Asian Formula 3 Grand Prix, recently held at the Batangas Racing Circuit. And of course, we're going to be with part 3 of the North American International Auto Show. Highlights courtesy of our partners at the Global Motoring News Network. Lahat ng yan and more dito lang sa paborito ng motoring and motorsports program. Kaya buckle up, fasten your helmets, start your engines. Ito na ang Stoplight TV. Here's the latest motorsports news. The Asian Formula 3 Corporation recently held a press conference to introduce the different racers and team principals before heading their way to the Batangas racetrack for the Philippine Asian Formula 3 Grand Prix. 4 competing teams were represented there, including Team Goddard, Team GFH Bahrain, Aran Racing, and Speedtech Asia.
This weekend we expect tough competition from all the teams, especially from Team Goddard. They are actually leading in the driver point standing, but after this weekend, I'm sure we'll be up in points. There are 4 races this weekend, so the 4 races are up for grabs.
It's going to be very, very tough, very exciting. I believe that we're going to win all 4 races, not Edgen's team. But we can't discount as well Matt Howson from PTRS and Neal Quinn from Aran Racing. So there's a lot up for grabs this weekend. There are 4 races. So I think for the championship, if you non-finish one race, it can be big disaster. So we're all out to win, but we've also got to finish as well.
Now the latest in international motorsports, only here on Stoplight TV.
You are watching the Global Motoring News Network, exclusively show here in the Philippines on Stoplight TV.
Hello and welcome to NCN Daily. It's your quick video guide to the latest news, sport and tests from the biking world. First up today is a new viral video campaign to promote the new Yamaha R6 and celebrate 10 years of the R1. It features a certain Valentino Rossi riding the R6 and learning a track in an old Fiat 500 with his mate Uccio. He also takes California Superbike school boss Andy Ibbott round in the car, and Ibbott revealed to MCM that he couldn't resist giving the GP god a few riding tips before he left. Meanwhile, the Madden 2 Swords waxwork of stunt legend Evel Knievel has finally been unveiled to family and friends in Las Vegas. The waxwork shows the motorcycle icon in his prime, dressed in his iconic red, white and blue leathers and cape. Knievel was involved in the creation of the piece, but sadly passed away before seeing himself completed. Back in the UK, Hollyoaks star Stuart Manning has confirmed he'll be riding in this year's Fun Sprint. Known as Russ on the Channel 4 show, Manning will be riding a Ducati Monster S4 RS Tricolore, supplied by Ducati, and he'll be riding it through the short sprint course set out through a town centre car park in Northwich. In sport, Carlos Checo and Ryuichi Kiyanari have both set the same time to finish joint top of the time sheets at the end of the World Superbike test in Almeria. The two Tenkate teammates, who are both WSB rookies, rode the 2008 Honda 5 for the first and only time before the start of the season next month. Third fastest time at the test went to Czech rider Jakub Smerc on the Ducati 1098 run by the Italian Guandalini Racing Squad, which is running in World Superbikes for the first time this year. And finally today, some good news for British GP fans, as Bradley Smith has finished the recent Harrah 125 GP test with the fastest lap. The young Brit says his new Aprilia is a massive step forwards after the Repsol Honda he was riding last year. It has more power on the straights and doesn't load up the front so much in corners, so he can carry more speed. Despite his time, Smith has vowed not to let his success go to his head and just wants to get on with setting up his Polaris World Aprilia for the start of the season. That's all we've got time for today, but chat back tomorrow for another news update.
You have just seen the latest on MCN Magazine UK's Motorcycle News Daily. Watch again next week as we give you the freshest news from the motorcycle world, only here on Stoplight TV.
Thanks to surgery.
"75% of motorcycle accidents are caused by motorist failure to look and yield the right of way. Looking twice saves lives. Safe drivers look for riders."
Igalang ang kapwa motorista, isang paalala mula sa Stoplight TV. And here's the latest motoring club news. The Ateneo Collegiate Society of Advertising, together with the Autotechnika Philippines Car Club, gathered to party in the fantastic Ikimashou, a part of the umbrella party series initiated by the Ateneo Cosa, recently held at the Autotechnika at the Fort. An all-out party overflowing with gorgeous guys and girls, accompanied with a dazzling fashion show which truly made Ikimashou a party like no other.
Okay, why did you guys choose a theme per country, or is that just like by choice?
Yeah, you were thinking like the hippest parties, the hippest places in around the world, like the spots, the Ibiza, party places.
So just talagang party lang.
Yeah, basically that's it.
All right, and you guys had like a Tokyo Drift, anything Fast and the Furious theme.
We were supposed to have DMF here, but then they're really kind of busy, so there. Yeah, Fast and the Furious, kind of like what guys want. Girls, okay. the girls, the rides, and booze.
Awamin na pinakalinis sa mga paboritong mga motoring clubs dito lang sa Stoplight TV. And here's the latest international motorsports news. Team Vodafone Mclaren Mercedes recently presented an MP423, the team's 2008 Formula One car, at the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, Germany. This newly designed Formula One car, combined with budding F1 superstar Lewis Hamilton at the helm, will be a force to reckon with in the 2008 F1 season.
Well, it's a great opportunity for us, and the reason behind it is that the car is ready a little bit earlier than initially expected. So the guys working in Prix and in Stuttgart were so quick during the winter time, and they got ready a day at least early. And we thought it is a great opportunity to go to the Mercedes Museum and invite some of our colleagues here in the first shift and make a good presentation, a short one, a compact one. But we are very proud in our new car, and we are very proud in our museum.
Having two young drivers of the caliber of Heikki and Lewis is just fantastic for the team. Lewis, 23 years old today, Heikki 26. That's a really young team, but it's an extremely competitive team, and I'm really looking forward to seeing just how well they do this season.
My thoughts on, well, I've been watching very, very closely over the development of the car, so it's not the first time. But it looks quite impressive, especially when you see it in the wind tunnel and you see how much work has been put into it, and especially as you've seen the car grow over a year and a half, and now to watch the car grow into 2008, and to see the effort that I put in and the team put in come together and evolve. It's going to be very interesting. I need to build a relationship with the team first, with the people in the team, and trying to get good position in the team myself. And most important thing now before the first race is to do everything as well as we can. And when we go to first race, we have to know that we could not have prepared any better. And then we go from there. But the priority is now in the preparation, and that's what we're doing at the moment.
Be informed, latest from the world of Formula One racing, exclusively here on Stoplight TV.
I'm Graham Rahal, a race car driver in the Champ Car World Series. Whether I'm reaching speeds of nearly 200 miles per hour on the racetrack or driving at home on the street, I always keep my hands on the wheel. Recent studies show that most crashes and near crashes involve some form of driver distraction. Please don't text while driving. The consequences can be very serious. Keep your hands on the wheel. Join me and my fellow drivers in the Champ Car World Series by taking the pledge at handsonthewheel.org.
Don't use your cell phone while on the road. A safety reminder from Stoplight TV.
And here's the latest motoring news. The awarding of the 2007 DB Loud Match Sound Off Series was recently held at Toys Cafe along Carlos Palanca Street in Makati City. Different teams joined the series to exhibit their cool rides and ear-splitting audio. Team Bomb Squad won the Best Loud Team of the Year.
Ano ba yung paano yung setup mo?
Ang setup ko, bali, yung previous ko, 215s, and then 2 amps. Ngayon kasi nagpalit na ako, naging 450. Space Wagon. And then ngayon nagpalit na ako, 415s, yun. With FI subwoofers.
How can you advise these people and how can you help them set up their cars? I know you have your own company who goes about with stuff like this. Mention it na lang to them.
Fat Audio sa Binondo. And then, yeah, they can drop by. Tapos pwede ko sila bigyan na kung anong tips, advice, yan.
Alamin na pinakalinis sa local motoring industry dito lang sa Stoplight TV.
You are watching the Global Motoring News Network, exclusively shown in the Philippines, on Stoplight TV.
What's up, everybody? It's Derek D. We're here at the last day at the North American International Auto Show, and today is Concept Day. Just like this beautiful LFA Lexus Roadster right here. Now, it's still just a concept, but our insiders say it's probably going to go into production because we have seen it on the Nürburgring. So, it's the last day. Let's go check out some more concepts. You know Henry Pfister's designs for BMW and Aston Martin, and you may have seen the luxury roadsters he's torn apart and rebuilt for super high rollers, like myself. But unless you've been glued to the internets, you haven't seen his new Karma. It's an ultra-luxury hybrid with a gas-electric powertrain. Fisker said the Karma concept will offer high performance, luxury, and the goodness of a hybrid power plant, all for under 6 figures. The concept has claimed 0 to 60 time in 6 seconds at a top speed of 125 miles per hour. And Fisker says his hybrids got financial backing from the company that gave money to little startups called Netscape and Google. So that means this big ticket hybrid is going to be a little bit more than vaporware. And we also heard it's going to be around $80,000, but that's off the record. And it's going to be in North America in about a year or 2. Cadillac surprised the automotive world this week with the new 2-door show car. Even company officials expressed shock that the details on the CTS Coupe didn't leak out before the Detroit Auto Show. Cadillac rolled out the surprise CTS to the cheers of auto journalists who seemed down with the 2-door's angular design. No word yet on Cadillac's plan to build, but judging from the reaction, doing it would make us and the world completely forget the 1984 Cadillac Cimarron ever existed. But what does exist is the CTS Coupe and the CTS V, and I got to interview the director of Cadillac Design, Clay Dean, right here yesterday. Check it out. What's up, guys? I'm here with Clay Dean, the director of design for Cadillac, and I just have a few questions for you about the CTS Concept Coupe right here and the CTS V right over there. So, first off, what is the odds of this car going into production? I know it's a concept car. There'll probably be some other things tweaked. But, I mean, it's an awesome car, so what are the odds of it going into production?
Well, I think whenever we do a concept car, as designers, we want to do it.
Right.
So we wouldn't be here if we didn't want it.
Exactly.
The odds are, we're working through that right now.
Yeah.
I think the odds are positive. We may see it. We just keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So I think, and when we did the concept, we did it in order to help us get closer. We tried to think about what would the obstacles be that would hold us back. And make sure we avoided that, so that it became easier to actually execute in production. So you look through the rear quarter, the car goes around, you see the shape of the car is moving and just almost like sculpture.
Right.
Really sexy.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think a lot of it is just about the presence of the thought about what happens if I want to show up someplace and be seen. And that's the thoughts that kind of went in. See, looking fast, looking sleek.
That's what it looks like.
Looking arrow, looking mean. Those were all, thoughts in the designer's heads when they were doing this.
Nice. So what you're saying, Clay, is if I were to sit in this car and turn it on, it's going to return the favor.
It's going to return your favor.
Good,
man.
because it looks like that kind of car to me.
Isn't that an awesome commercial?
Oh, it's a great commercial. That's why I threw it in there. Yeah, I'd like to roll up in this car, at the club or something, and have some ladies check me out in this car, if you know what I mean. But let's jump over to the CTS V right now.
Yep.
Now, that car has a detuned ZR1 engine in it. Now, how'd you go about getting that engine in that car? And that's going to be a hella fast car.
Oh, yeah. 550 horsepower.
Yeah.
500 foot-pounds of torque. 19-inch wheels. 15.5-inch brakes. It's all good stuff. What you need is that motor.
In this car.
In this car.
Definitely. You're going to have to work on that.
I'll have to work on that. Except for next time.
Yeah, definitely. Clay Dean, I appreciate it.
All right.
Director of Design for Cadillac, it's my pleasure. I'm going to go turn this car on now. All the talk these days is about making racing cars for the street. That gave Mazda the perfect name for its Fury concept car. Built on the Courage C65 chassis the company uses in its American Le Mans racing series, the Fury is powered by a 450 horsepower, 3-rotor rotary engine. Mazda designers say the concept fills a gap between and street-legal supercars and single-purpose race cars. That makes it something like an ultra car. We may never see it for sale, but the Fury does show what happens when designers start hanging out with racing teams. More of that, please. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, that's the new RX-8 facelift over there, in case you were wondering. Well, that's it. Put a fork in us, we're done. It's our third and last day here at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. Next time you see me, we'll be back in the studio. But right now, I'm going to go find my Porsche. I'm all amped up. Woohoo!
You have just seen the latest on Fast Lane Daily. Watch again next week for the latest on international motoring on the Global Motoring News Network, exclusively here on Stoplight TV.
And here's this week's Stoplight TV motoring calendar. If you have motoring activities like races, car, or bike shows, let us know by sending us a private message through text. On your cell phones, type PM space Stoplight space your name, contact number, and message. Send to 2948 for all networks.
These are intelligent molecules. They know where to go. When they're needed, they instantly respond, going to the parts of the engine that need protection most, shielding it with an extra layer of active protection. Castrol Magnatech. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
The Castrol Philippine Asian Formula 3 Grand Prix is powered by Castrol and also supported by Pagcor Casino Filipino, Lima City Hotel, Aero Eye Asia, and exclusively shown on Stoplight TV. Rounds 5 and 6 of the recently concluded Castrol Philippine Asian Formula 3 Grand Prix at the Batangas Racing Circuit was indeed an awesome experience for the drivers as the race weekend was met with uncooperative weather. But despite this, the grid was full with 8 cars and 8 drivers from around the world. Those competing for the weekend's trophy were Hamad Al Fardan of Bahrain, Matt Housen and Don Tacos of the United Kingdom, Frederick Vervich of Belgium, Rafael Suzuki of Brazil, Niall Kin and John O'Hara of Ireland, and our very own Roland Hermoso from the Philippines. The Asian Formula 3 race was supported by several other races, mainly the Classic Car Tune-Up Race, the Philippine GT Tune-Up Race, as well as the Underbone Bike Race that were held to support the main event of the day. But it seemed that both rounds were dominated by only 3 drivers, namely Frederick Vervich of Team Goddard, Hamad Al Fardan of Team GFH Bahrain, and Matt Housen of PDRS Racing.
So obviously, we have to do the same thing like we did today in the second race. We have to win. For that, we have to keep focused and concentrate to not go off because these circumstances are very difficult to handle. But I proved today that you can go from 3rd place to 1st place. So tomorrow we start on 2nd place, and I'm convinced I will do the same thing like today.
Originally it's good. We gained today 2 points from the leader, Frederick, and hope to put the pressure all the time. And tomorrow we don't know if it's going to be wet or dry. We just hope that we get a good setup for tomorrow, and hopefully we can close the gap even more. And we're really pushing hard, and the other pushing hard, and this is a game. So we're gonna really start really strong tomorrow.
That was race 2 here in Batangas. I started position 2 on the grid this time.
Made a poor start in the first race because I stalled. This time I used too much RPM, so same result, which is a poor start. So I dropped to third straight away, and the track was slightly drier this time, not quite so wet. Maybe I didn't quite make the right setup decision. So certainly in the early part of the race my car was quite difficult to drive, but then as the race progressed I was able to adapt a little bit to the car, and I began to close on the two in front, mainly because they were battling. Then the lead position car, Hamad Al-Fardan, made a mistake which let Frederick Vervic past, and then he was actually holding me up. I was a little bit quicker than what he was, but he already made one mistake to let Frederick pass, so he wasn't going to make the same mistake twice. And in the wet it's very, very difficult with spray. It's very, very easy to have an accident. It's much more important to have 4 wheels on the car, and the car's ready now for 2 races tomorrow. So if it's wet again tomorrow, important thing is to make a good start, because it doesn't matter if I'm P3 on the grid. If I make another poor start, I'm going to be P4 or P5 into turn 1. If it's dry, everything changes again.
The Castrol Philippine Asian Formula 3 Grand Prix is powered by Castrol and also supported by Pagcor Casino Filipino, Lima City Hotel, and Aero Eye Asia. Watch out for more of the exclusive highlights of the Philippine Asian Formula 3 Grand Prix dito lang sa nag-iisang hari ng motoring and motorsports. Ito ang tunay na tahanan ng karera. You're watching Stoplight TV. The Castrol Philippine Asian Formula 3 Grand Prix is powered by Castrol and also supported by Pagcor Casino Filipino, Lima City Hotel, Aero Eye Asia, and exclusively shown on Stoplight TV. Well, mga partners, we hope you enjoyed another super duper episode ng pinakaastig na motoring and motorsports program sa buong Pilipinas. So if you have comments or suggestions, i-text nyo lang sa amin by tapping on your cell phones on space stoplight and send to 29448 for all networks. Pwede nyo rin kaming padala ng email at info@stoplight.tv. If you have events, races, and car or bike shows. You can also join our Friendster account. Just add us up at stoplight_tv2 at yahoo.com. And for our 24/7 internet replays, you can check out our internet TV channel at www.stoplight.tv. That's www.stoplight.tv. Okay, that's it, folks. Until next week, always remember, anger is one letter away from danger. Drive gently. Stay safe, and we'll see you at the next stoplight. Adios!
Nakakabaliw, nakakaloko. Hanep kang gumalaw. Galing-galing mo talagang sumayaw.